Chicago Cubs. News today.
Nobody's talking about this, but the Cubs are already working behind the scenes, and the name on the table, Freddy Peralta. That's right, before the trade deadline. Do you guys realize how massive this could be? Look, I know it sounds crazy to make an aggressive move in May, but think about it with me. 26 wins, 12 losses, tied for the best record in the league, and the pitching staff is falling apart with injury after injury. The front office isn't going to wait until July to act, and there's one detail almost nobody noticed. Peralta and Craig Counsell have history. A lot more history than people think. According to Bruce Levine, league sources confirmed that the Cubs and Mets have already discussed a possible trade involving Freddy Peralta. The Mets are sinking, sitting in last place in the NL East at 14-23, and their front office reportedly set June 1st as the deadline. Either they get back into the race or they become sellers. Peralta becomes a free agent at the end of the season, so New York isn't going to lose him for nothing. And Chicago, they're in pole position. The pitcher already knows the NL Central from his time in Milwaukee, and more importantly, he pitched under Craig Counsell. I'm going to be straight with you guys. This makes total sense. Peralta isn't just another arm on the market. We're talking about a guy who knows the division, knows the manager, and could step into the rotation immediately. He's not a project. He's a solution. And look, I know some people are thinking, but isn't it too early for a trade? Too early. We've got Matthew Boyd hurt, Javier Assad inconsistent, and the bullpen barely holding together with duct tape and prayers. Waiting around while everything collapses would be the real mistake. Freddy Peralta is 29 years old, a right-hander, and over the last 3 seasons, he consistently posted an ERA under 3.50 with the Brewers before the move to the Mets. He's not just an innings eater either. His strikeout rate has stayed above 28%, which means he dominates hitters. Controlled whip, postseason experience, big game mentality. And timing is everything here. If the Mets decide to sell before June, the Cubs gain a competitive advantage over teams that won't even wake up until July. And there's another factor. The chemistry with Counsell isn't just media talk. They worked together in Milwaukee for years. Counsell knows how to use Peralta, knows what to expect from him, and that removes the adjustment period other managers would have to deal with. It's a perfect fit on paper. Do you guys agree with that? Now I want to hear from you. Is it worth giving up prospects to land Peralta righty now, or should the Cubs hold on to their assets and wait until July? Because if we wait, other teams jump into the race. And once that happens, the price goes up. But if Chicago moves early, they could grab him before the bidding war even starts. What would you do if you were Jed Hoyer? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this trade happens, the Cubs rotation gets another reliable arm to pair with Justin Steele and Shota Imanaga. That means less pressure on the bullpen, more breathing room during long stretches of games, and more options in October, if they get there. On the other hand, if Chicago doesn't pull the trigger, and the Mets ship Peralta to an NL Central rival like the Brewers or the Cardinals, that turns into a nightmare scenario. Imagine facing Freddy Peralta in red or navy and gold 6 times a year. No thanks. The risk of waiting might be way too high. And remember this, with a 26-12 record, the Cubs already proved this team is built to compete Rig HT now. This isn't a rebuild anymore. The championship window is open, and open windows require bold moves. Look, I'm just going to say what I really think. Jed Hoyer needs to make this move. I don't care what it costs in terms of the farm system. Do we have prospects? Absolutely. But championships aren't won with promises, they're won with production. And Peralta brings production. I trust Counsell. I trust his evaluation of this pitcher. And I trust that combination could be the difference between simply making the postseason and actually winning a playoff series. If the Cubs let this opportunity slip away, they're going to regret it. I truly believe that. Did anybody else think the same thing? That's it, Cubs fans. Freddy Peralta might be wearing blue a lot sooner than people expect. Stay ready. This story is only getting started. And tell me this, are you all in on this move? Or do you think Hoyer hesitates? Debate is officially open. Let's hear it. Cubs fans, our channel has a partnership with the MLB Shop and Fanatics. I'll leave the pinned link in the comments, and you'll find only official merchandise there.